I just finished another EEAT video recording session for a client. It's actually been a client that's with me for close to 10 years now. Interesting enough, we actually worked at MYOB together as well. For nostalgia, I wore my MYOB t-shirt. This filming is something that I'm rolling out for all of my clients, or I'm attempting to. It is where I interview them and I ask them questions that prove expertise, experience, authority, and trust. So the words that are used are then loaded up as text on the website. The videos are loaded up as FAQ videos, About Us videos on the About Us page, on the team page of the website, on the YouTube channel. These clips are then trimmed up into short, bite-sized, social media, usable reels, LinkedIn, right? This all goes onto author pages. It acts as a barrel of content that me and my team can dip into when we create service pages to get to the sort of the true service offering. Now, there were about 200 questions in this interview. A lot of them we skipped because in this case, and every business owner is different, sometimes you'll just get them talking and they'll just chat and open up and cover off all of the topics. In this case, there were 10 groups of questions. So I'm just pulling up the questions here. So about the brand and journey, the primary purpose of this business, specific challenges you solve for small businesses, what are the core values? So 10 questions on business overview and purpose, 10 questions on expertise, industry, and knowledge, 10 questions on products and services. So each of these questions sort of dive into the exact offerings. 10 questions on customer experience and trust, reputation and authority, company culture and team, processes and operations, customer and market insights, content and communication strategy, future goals and inspirations. Now each of these has 10 questions inside. So for example, how does your business ensure compliance with Australian financial regulations? These questions are actually tailored to this particular business and this particular industry. It's an accounting / bookkeeping / financial advisory client. The questions related to those. Now there are a further 100 questions. Now in this case, to make things look more trustworthy and prove authority, we're going to be doing another interview with the main sort of accountant or the main bookkeeper, so the person that is in the trenches day to day doing the cog work, because they're going to have far more insights when we start shifting the conversation over to more industry specific stuff. So financial, accounting, and bookkeeping needs for franchises. So what are the unique challenges do franchise businesses face? So that's 10 questions just on franchises. But what I'm going to do, because the questions are more or less the same across all industries, I'm going to sort of read out the questions. Can you describe a franchise client that you helped and worked with, and what specific bookkeeping solutions you provided? What were their challenges? So create some case studies. How do you manage financial reporting? Keep up to date with the bookkeeping ins and outs to help franchise owners streamline their payroll across multiple locations. How do your services ensure franchises remain compliant with tax and BAS? So these are really, really common sense things that anyone working in this industry won't need to script. I mean, if they have to script this, maybe I'm asking the wrong questions. And sure, sometimes some of the questions are repeating themselves when the person that I'm interviewing has elaborated so much and sort of gone off in little tangents and little stories that sparked up. But a lot of these very casual, relaxing interview type setups, everything is pretty chill. They're chatting to me, they're talking about their business. I've got a camera rolling, I've got a light. I try to set up, look, I'm no videographer, and there's so much value that comes from this. And one of the best things is I just get to spend more time with my clients, meaningfully helping their businesses scale and go through the challenges of online marketing. Things are constantly changing. So in this case, we're going to be talking about franchises, trades, medical, hospitality, startups, lawyers, dentists, restaurants, and a few other industries that these guys specialize in. each one will have its own little unique approach to bookkeeping, accounting, and finance. There's little, the medical stuff is quite regulated, legal as well. So there's going to be a lot of value that will be shared. Now, another benefit of all of this is I will be supplying a cloud link of snippets of clips, vertical and landscape clips that these clients can use on their social media, on their LinkedIn. Not big on managing their social media for them, but I am big on running the Facebook ads. And so when it is time to set up some sort of a Facebook ad for them to capture leads, we run these as the Facebook ads themselves. So much value comes from getting in front of the camera and talking about the topic that you are a trustworthy authority on. Hope that makes sense. Eventually I want to publish all of these questions on my site so people can see what sort of questions they need to be asking. You can generate these questions yourself. I would go and download the 150-page Google's quality guidelines document. There's one document there. There's two other documents. It's search quality guidelines or something like that, or Google quality score or something like that. I'll post the link somewhere. So basically I load Claude or ChatGPT with these sort of documents from Google on how they determine what is high quality content, what is EAT, and what sort of questions should be asked and what should be covered on the website. And then I will basically load up some analysis on the business, the service offerings, and then generate these 100 interview questions on all the topics. So there's a bit of a science behind it. In this case, it's prompt engineering these days, but these were all common questions I used to ask even before AI existed to get the business owner talking. And so the final step is the crazy amount of workload that's going to be required to go through this footage, to trim based on the questions asked, to edit, to remove filler words, to ensure accuracy, captions. Lots of hours is about to go into this, and in order for the footage to be not only usable but useful and have the impact that we hope. I used to use Adobe a lot, still do, but I use CapCut. So this footage is going to be loaded into CapCut for some really, really basic post-production. Get some nicer colors happening, get some post-coloring. Then it's going to be loaded into a tool called Descript. Descript helps me remove filler words, ums and ahs and other things. And there's a few other cool tools that we use. Captions, we use Artlist for music, and a couple of other tools.